Hello, I'm Princess Serena, not Princess Serena, and today I'm going to show you all of my found ISOs and all of my new ones. So I think enough time has passed that I can show you all of my found ISOs. It's been 3 years, allegedly. I still can't believe it. I feel like all my end of the year videos, I'm always like, I can't believe the passage of time. Time exists. Oh wow. But like, it's true. Ever since 2020, it's just like zoom out the window. I put out a video showing all of my current ISOs at the time. 3 years have passed. So now I'm going to show you all of the pins I found since then. And it's like, I didn't realize it was this many. So without further ado, let's get into it. Not too long after that video came out, actually, I did find one of the Hannah Montana pins I was missing. I actually love this one, like the little string for the headphones. And you know what, if one day for some reason it just gets so bad and it breaks off, it's almost gonna be more modernized because like AirPods, there's no cords, right? So yeah, I'm still on the hunt for the other two. I have seen the plastic one a couple times as of late, but it's like so expensive. I cannot justify that for a piece of plastic. Speaking of pieces of plastic, I did manage to find a few of the plastic limited edition 250 High School Musical pins. I've managed to complete this set. So I got Taylor and Chad and Gabriella. So I have all 4. So that's exciting. I like, as much as these ones are plastic, I feel like they're fun, like the backgrounds. And last year I was able to get this Wildcat pin. I actually was able to get that one with the Chad and Taylor one. But that plastic set was not the only set I completed, because I completed this Grail couple set. I mean, minus the brother and sister duo in there, but mostly couple set. And I actually, not these two, but the other two I already had 3 years ago. I brought when I met Mr. Chad Danforth and Ryan Evans in person. Next are the Phineas and Ferb ones. I got a Halloween one. I remember this one came in the mail on my birthday, I think 2 years ago. And then I also got the other Halloween one, the Trick or Treat. This one is the superior pin. It's just so fun that like, it's almost like a role reversal of like, Perry is the one like answering the door, like Trick or Treat, and Doofenshmirtz is coming in, whereas like usually he's the one busting down the door to Doofenshmirtz's place. So I found that pretty interesting. Of all the Phineas and Ferb ones I was able to snag, this one is hands down my favorite, even though it is not the most rare or anything. It's just like so iconic. Where's Perry? Where's Perry? He's actually prepping for another season of the show, season 5. And that is his mission. This one is just really, really cute. I love this one. It's so dainty. I didn't realize how small this one really was. It just makes it even better because it's like he's so discreetly just kind of going away from the boys, right? They don't even notice that he leaves. Speaking of tiny Perry pins, look at this adorable one. Like who thought of this? I don't know. So random, but why does it work? Tell me. I love a good Perry Tsum Tsum moment. And as for the only Disney Channel set that exists, I'm pretty sure that statement is true. Aside from the Gravity Falls set, of course, but I mean like early 2000s Disney Channel, classic Disney Channel. I only actually got this one. I'm still missing 3 more of the countries. Unlike the other Phineas and Ferb pins I'm missing, it's not because I haven't seen them yet. It's just because like I didn't feel like spending that much on them. Like just the price to me didn't feel worth it. Whereas this was like a steal of a deal. I got like 2 years ago. I remember I got it mailed to Arizona actually, and because my grandparents and my aunt both have houses there. So I get an American address for a little bit. So I think I'm overdue to go there. Hopefully I end up there for a bit this year. Not sure yet, but I will utilize that American address. Then all of a sudden, more things are worth it because the shipping isn't more than the pin. So now on to my fantasy ISOs at the time that I got. I got Charming to match Snow, and the back says, I will always find you. So like, of course he had to have found Snow. And even more importantly, I got Robin for Regina because in the show, like, like she's done dust. Like she does not get her happy ending. Like, I mean, she does, but I mean like in terms of like throughout the show, she's just so unlucky and like she's treated so poorly. I mean, yeah, she's like a horrible person, but we stan her anyway. But regardless, I'm glad I was able to at least give Robin to her in pin form, if anything else. Because like the back of his pin says, we all get a second chance. And both of those are actually limited edition 35 compared to the LE 50 that the other profiles are, so it makes sense they were my last two profiles to find. But that's not the last ISO pin I got off of my Once Upon a Time list, because I managed to get my DISO of all DISOs. Like if you asked me like last year what pin, if I could just pick one pin on my list to secure and it exists and I could get it, it would be this one. And I'm so happy. It's just so creative and different compared to all the other Once Upon a Time pins. I love Once Upon a Time pins. There we go. Once Upon a Time, my shirt. But like this one is just so amazing and really represents season 1 very well. My favorite version of Snow White. And by the way, this is my own pin design if you're interested in Ons or any of the other seasons. I've made 4 so far, 5th one to come. So yeah, pride and joy. The only Once Upon a Time pins I really need now are the ones I've yet to make, all my clusters. So next, my Tangled the series pins. I actually basically just started collecting a couple months before that original video dropped because I just binged the whole series. I was so happy I got this one. My girl Cass, it's pin on pin, and just the stance, the power she holds here. And I actually got the matching Rapunzel one. I remember waiting a bit because the asking price was a lot higher than what I would have wanted, but I waited a bit, nobody bought it from the seller, and she finally met me at my offer that I wanted to pay for them, so I got both of them at the same time, and it's dark Rapunzel. I just love the beady black eyes. It's so haunting. It's such a beautiful set. Like, can we take a second? Like, the fact that I got them both together. It says, wither and decay. End this destiny, break these earthly chains, and set the spirit free. Limited edition 75. And the finale, last but definitely not least, is this Cassandra Evolution pin. I remember the excitement when I was told that this was like on sale. Oh my gosh, I was kicking, screaming, like I was talking with my Tangled pin friend at the time, and it was, what a wild emotional roller coaster this was. I don't think I ever reacted that way to any other pin like that I traded or bought or anything. It's just like, I wanted this so bad. It's just so perfect. It represents her character arc, and I love when pins are representative of a story and really showcase the character's personality, and this pin is exactly that. I cannot believe I found a whopping 17 pins that I've been looking for over the last 3 years. Like, of course, there's been new ISOs in between that I found in between as well, but like, these were heavy hitters for sure for my collection. And I'm mainly looking for the non-plastic one, but if someone found the plastic one at like a reasonable cost, or I could even trade, like, please let me know. And High School Musical, I've added one pin that wasn't pictured 3 years ago because I didn't even know it existed, because it's not on pin picks, but it does exist. So I am 4 away, but if you wanna just count by pin picks, I'm only 3 away being a pin picks completist. My number 1 DISO has shifted from the Once Upon a Time pin that I found to this LE 100 Phineas and Ferb set. It's technically 3 pins, but I want them all equally, and I'm assuming I would find all 3 at once. I can't imagine people like have split up the set or want to split up the set because they go so well together, and it's literally the epiphany of the show, like the whole premise. I'm really hoping to do a pin mail video one day and I get to say, Mom, Phineas and Ferb made me spend all my money on this pin set. Like, please. Once Upon a Time, like, that's it. It's just mine. I have these ones, but like, I just want to trade for them. I don't really want to buy them. I don't need them. They're variants or just like the daggers of like Dark Hook and Dark Emma. A few months ago, I was able to trade for my trade only pins. Like I think I had at least 10 on there, and I traded for like 4 or 5. So like now, like that's it. Dark Rapunzel is having its moment. There's actually quite a few pins that are going to be made. I've added Playhouse Disney pins, Disney Junior pins to this, especially the Mickey Mouse Clubhouse, and that one roly-poly pin that I am missing that I'm convinced doesn't exist because I've never seen anyone own it. I'm a pin picks completist of Jonas, but technically these two are out there, so I gotta find them. I would love to know your top ISO, DISO of the year going into 2025. Mine is like for Grail is Phineas and Ferb, but for like realistic, at this point, I don't think any of my ISOs are realistic. How about trading for the rest of the Phineas and Ferb country set, like with Doofenshmirtz with the countries? I think that's the most realistic. So I'm putting it out in the ether there. And if you haven't already, please subscribe for more pin-related content from me. And I hoped you loved this video as much as I did. I thought it was just so cool, like having a visual representation of the pins that I was just like dreaming about 3 years ago. Like that just shows it's all about perspective. Like if you gave me these pins in hand 3 years ago all once, I'd be foaming at the mouth, right? But now I'm like, oh, look at all these ISOs that I want and need. Of course, this is way beyond pins, like what you wanted, like you're living the life you wanted 3 years ago, a year ago, even a month ago. But it's like, you don't take the time to process that, like, wow, I really got this far, you know? So yeah, here's to looking back at all the progress we made and not just looking ahead to wanting more and more and more into the new year. And as always, take care of yourselves and have a magical day. Bye.